they eat 6 times a day. 3 big meals and 3 other smaller meals, and things like that. And I talked to my students and said, how many times do you eat a day? He said, once only. I said, I don't believe you. They said, sir, we eat non-stop. So it's just 1 meal.
Non-stop.
Non-stop. It's just 1 meal only. It's because it's continuous. I want to talk about, I will need to stand aside so that you can see the screen. Okay, I hope I'm not obstructing anyone, the view. Okay? Yeah. Okay, this topic is on eating. I mentioned to you the other day the word eat. I said the word eat in English may be incidental in the spelling. I just said you put the word D in front of eat and put a letter H at the back. It spells death. You know, that I just said I'm not sure whether it's incidental. The spelling comes out to be like that. But as I said, if you look into scripture, the significance is not, not new. Because right in the Garden of Eden, when man fell, it's because of eating. Something to do with the appetite. And as I said, there are just 3 things only when Eve saw the fruit. When Eve saw the fruit. Or maybe I can hold it, I'm not using it. When Eve saw the fruit, it appears to be good for food, pleasant to the eyes, and able to make one wise. Now, if you look at those 3 things, most of the time, that's the reason for us to eat. When the food looks good, pastilan, the appetite is stimulated the mind. And then it's good for food. It's nourishing. Now, and after that, you can think more clearly. It make you wise. All 3 things are good. All 3 are good. So most of the time, we will not resist eating. We will not resist it. We will eat until we are satisfied. Sometimes more than satisfied. Okay. I used to talk about durian. When I saw these 2 durian trees, I said, man, this reminds me. We used to joke about the Garden of Eden. There is a tree that will bear 12 kinds of fruit a year. Every month it will yield a new fruit, right? For many durian lovers, of course here we are in Davao, you have durians here. Durian is the king of fruit. And now we know that there are so many varieties of durian. And some people who love durian, they say that in 1 year there are 12 varieties of durian. It's all durian on that tree. But just different variety every month. If you go to Malaysia, people talk about the varieties of durian. Here you have Puyat or something like that. That's the most famous one. Yeah, but there are many varieties of durian. Okay, and some of them are very expensive. Like Aiden has planted a durian tree called the blackthorn. The blackthorn is very expensive. Before, it was Musang King. Musang is an animal. They called it Durian Musang King because Musang King, but now it's overtaken by blackthorn. And blackthorn can reach 100 ringgit, like 1,000 pesos per kilo. And when you open it, you may have only 5 or 6 seeds only.
Very expensive.
The rest is just the paneer. So you pay for the skin more than what you eat. And then you pay 1,000 just to eat about 5 seeds. So one seed is how much?
Yeah,
200
200.
ringgit, something like that. Good now. So this is really something. So that's why when it comes to eating, it can be overwhelming to some people. And some of the Singaporeans, because the Singapore money is bigger than Malaysian baht. So 1,000 ringgit is only about 100 ringgit a kilo. That is to them is only about 30 sing. And 30 sing to eat to eat durian in Singapore, that's not enough. But when they come to Malaysia, they can actually afford to eat 3 times as much. That is the thing now. So we have friends who are like that from Singapore. They drive all the way to Johor in Malaysia just to eat one meal and drive home again. So don't think that eating an appetite and food is such a small thing, because the devil used that as the first temptation to our first parents. So we must, when we eat, whether we are healthy or not healthy, diabetic or not, high blood pressure or not, high cholesterol or not, okay? Especially with vegetarian food, we are not so worried about the cholesterol. But a stressful life can also increase your cholesterol. Okay, so that's where we must eat with, I don't know what it calls what? Temperance. So we discuss food that is harmful, but eat judiciously what is healthy. We need to eat judiciously, not follow the appetite. Don't follow the appetite, because the appetite can go wrong. Recently, I was just reading, I'm quite a brother, what's the name? Jack?
Brother Neil.
Yeah. There is a bacteria, the bacteria that we cultivate in our gut can control our brain to tell us what to eat and what to reject. So you think you are your boss. No. The bacteria in your gut is your boss. They are very tiny, but they're very powerful, because they can release certain enzymes that will act as, they will be taken, absorbed by the blood and taken to the brain and activate the brain to tell us what they like.
To eat.
Because when we eat, we feed them. And the more we feed them, the stronger they become. So you talk about addiction in the end.
Hadlo ka na na.
You get it? So that is not so good news to us. Usually we say, I choose what I want to eat. Bahala, you choose what you want. Pero in reality, it's the bacteria in the gut that is telling us.
Oh.
So that's why it is important for us to eat judiciously, okay? That's the word, judiciously. We need to. So some of us, for example, Chinese and Filipinos, you cannot forget about rice.
Rice. Rice.
Without rice, asa ang kanon? Wala kanon ba? Unsa man ni? Now we are so addicted to rice, you know. Without rice, we think that we have not eaten yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because in our dialects, it's very strong. In Chinese, they will say, when you come to the house, the first thing they ask you, have you eaten rice? Complete sentence. Have you eaten? Not, they do not say, have you eaten? They will say, have you eaten rice? In Thai, it's the same. Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam. It's the same thing. When you talk about eating, rice is in the picture, automatic. Okay, so let's leave it that place. I want to talk about, as I said, eating. You see this good picture, Kanina?
Yes.
This little girl, she is eating everything you know on the plate. There is no chicken and no nothing except broccoli,
Broccoli.
some onions, tomatoes, and things like that. Okay. That's a cute picture. See, we see. I want to show you some meaningful quotes. He said, it is better to waste food outside than inside. Okay, those of you who cannot see, like my eyes, cannot see, you can sit in the right. The chairs in front are still empty. You are free to come forward. Okay, what do you understand? Okay, what do you understand by the first quotation? It's better to waste food outside than inside. What do you understand?
So,
Let's have
better
some
not
interaction.
to
Right?
eat.
Because
Better
I do
not
not
to
like
eat.
talk alone. Yeah, what do you understand by that?
It's better not to eat when it injures you. It's better not. I think that's it.
Okay, all right, some more. I like to hear from you, really.
Yeah.
It's better to eat just enough food for yourself. Basically, that's what I understand. Like, if you're full already, don't mind about like
The rest.
Because it's just gonna hurt you more if you try
Yeah.
to finish it, even though it's a good food.
Yes.
Eat enough.
You get the idea? Yes.
Eat enough.
Yes.
When you put food on your plate,
Uh-huh.
some of it will be waste.
Yeah.
Some are not wise.
Because we always put too much food. Especially food. We always put a little bit much on our plate. So, if some of that food has to be wasted, we have the choice. Whether it's wasted outside by being left on the plate or inside being stuffed in there.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Sa gawas kay diri sa tiyan kanang mga kaigsoon na kanang bang busog na dito kakaayo mo mo may pagkaon dili na kusog kay dili na ganahan mag-waste